We're in the middle of the ocean and we're looking for a Basilo. And, oh, that's the world border. Yeah, we're looking for a Basilo, hopefully max level, of course. Just because it's just a great creature in general. I mean, it's immune to the jellyfish and electric eel, like attack thingies, you know, that can dismount you, I believe. And it's also immune to the Tuso grab, so that's really amazing. Then yeah, once we have tamed one, we'll go look for some deep sea loot crates and also maybe do some water caves. That would be great as well. But the main reason I'm taming this thing is for harvesting some biotoxin off the jellyfish, because in a few weeks the acro will release officially. And yeah, it's easier to tame with some biotoxin, and then I will also do some acro mutations, of course. So yeah, that's the plan. And up there I already see a Basilo, level 55. Yeah, that's obviously not what we're looking for, so let's quickly get rid of him just so new ones and hopefully higher level ones can spawn. There's obviously lots of mantas and also Basilosaurus here, but should be okay here. I mean, our Sarco does some decent damage. It's sometimes hard to get the angle right with the Sarco, but it can, you know, basically turn like on its place, which is amazing. Alright, all the mantas are gone, just fighting the Plesiosaurus now, and oh yeah, I believe he just healed up from eating the manta corpse. It's of course a bit annoying, but yeah, I mean, it's only level 55, should be no problem. Let me quickly get rid of the Plesio and the Basilo, of course, the low level one, and then yeah, we'll see if we can find a high level Basilo. Oh, 145, perfect. I looked all over the place. I killed maybe like 5 or 6 Basilos, I believe. And yeah, quickly went back to base just to, you know, store the heavy oil. But yeah, let's quickly get rid of the mantas. That's 150 there, just in the mix. There we go. There we go, we already have some prime meat. Let's put that in our last slot. And quickly swim up to the Basilo, should be no problem. And there we go, feed it. It's obviously a passive tame. Yeah, let's quickly get back to our Sarco. There is a Cyphactinus, right, they're called. And I've actually never encountered one. But I do believe they can be quite dangerous. So let's just keep an eye out on that. It's also 145. There is, however, also a Megalodon. Should be no problem, though, for our Sarco. There we go. Yeah, not that high level. And let's quickly go back to the Basilo, check if he can be fed again, if he's hungry again. Yep. Okay, let's feed him the second piece, quickly get back to our Sarco again. Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on the Cyphactinus, but besides that, it's actually quite a calm area. Like, there's not really much happening around here, so that's great. And on the map, I'm all the way down here in the south at around 9433. It is possible that it's usually not that empty though, because maybe I've just been here in the ocean for the first time, you know, so stuff is still spawning in. But yeah, we'll take it. Let's see if we can feed it again. Yes, we can. And let's quickly check if everything is still safe around here. Looks like it. Let's actually go back already and see if it can be fed again. Not just yet, okay, but the taming effectiveness, however, is on 99.9%. And yeah, we're doing it with raw prime meat because we just don't have access to kibble yet. And thanks to our taming rates, it will actually, you know, stay at 99.9%. So the same as kibble. There we go, that is the third feed. But if you have access to kibble, it prefers exceptional kibble. So yeah, definitely use that if you have access to it. And now this should be the last feed. And there we go, we got a 145 Basilo, amazing. Now, I did already craft a saddle, but I forgot to bring it with me. So let me quickly go back to base, get that, and then we can try out our new Basilo. Alright, we're on the back of our Basilo, and the stats are pretty good. 20,000 health, even though that's the lowest stat with only 37 points. But then 51 points into melee damage, so I'm very happy with that. 48 into food, that's a bit wasted, but yeah, that's okay. Let's give it a test spin. There's a Megalodon. I guess let's try and fight that. 213 damage, that's actually not bad, I believe. I mean, I don't use Basilos very often, I should, but yeah, it's not very often that I use them. But yeah, I believe that's pretty good. What was our Sarco on? Like 219, if I remember correctly. But I mean, yeah, 51 points into melee damage. There is a second Megalodon. Let's just quickly see if we can take that as well. There we go. Alright, we're back at base. I just crafted up some mech brews, 35 in total as you can see. And before we actually head on to the caves, I just want to show you something here. Because I have built the wall in the meantime, just in between episodes. It was a very tedious process, just the same thing over and over again. So I thought, you know what, I'm not going to include that in an episode. It's just a bit boring in my opinion. Yeah, as you can see, I went with those same kind of windows that we have on the organic polymer farm. I like the design, so I thought, you know what, let's just take it over to the wall as well. And yeah, basically just pasted that in between 6 foundations or ceilings, I guess. Then here we have a big behemoth gate, obviously. And yeah, then the wall continues over here, as you can see. Yeah, with some stairs, so that the wall is basically almost everywhere, like 4 or 3 walls high. And then yeah, just some, railings on top. So really nothing special. We're a bit safer now, I'd say. And as you can see, we still have a big area to work with to build some more structures, like a mutation building maybe, or breeding and mutation building. I mean, yeah, there on the right you can see the one end of the wall, and on the left there behind some trees is the other end. So we really do have a lot of space. But yeah, enough base talk, let's go to the water caves. Alright, we're underwater on our Basilo, and is that the entrance actually? It looks like it. The exact coordinates are, we are at around 45 latitude and 95 longitude. I checked with on the wiki, and the coordinates from ARK Survival Evolved have definitely changed. So they're not the same anymore. And I also have a map of the cave on my second monitor. That is also from Survival Evolved, so maybe it has changed. Let's hope it hasn't. Should be okay, I guess. I hope the caves remained mostly the same, or especially the layout. And yeah, I obviously try to just avoid any creatures here. The Basilo is, decently strong, but yeah, I would still not, like to fight an alpha megalodon or alpha mosa with it. So yeah, let's just keep going forwards. Oh, there are some mosas. Let's try and just swim a bit higher. Stuff is attacking us. Mosa is attacking us. Oh no, let's keep swimming. That's what Dory said, right, from Finding Nemo. I'm looking on the map, and the layout seems a bit different. Is this the pillar we need to go behind? Yeah, I believe this, lighting up pillar, we have to go behind it. Yep, there it is. Oh, need to swim up a bit. There it is. And now we can swim down this narrow path. And okay, looks very interesting. Don't know where we are, but we are somewhere. And I believe, yeah, we can just continue forward. And then there should be one last corner. Right here. There's an anglerfish down there. There's the artifact. Perfect. Yeah, okay, we have some stuff here that we will need to kill. But it seems like it's gonna be alright. It's just the anglerfish that are currently attacking us. There are some mantas down there, and what else is that? It's kind of hard to see. Is that a Duncleo, I believe they're called, right? I don't think that's a megalodon, because they will aggro on us once we dismount from the Basilo, I believe. So yeah, let's keep that in mind. Quickly get rid of the anglerfish. Oh, there was a thingy, a water scorpion in the ground. Oh yeah, there's another one all the way there at the bottom. 120 anglerfish, there we go. Yeah, we're doing some, decent damage. It could be better, but for a Basilo, I believe it's actually pretty good. Oh no, that's the Scyphacnus. Okay, I don't know how strong they are. It did just heal. Okay, we killed it. I thought it'd be much more difficult. And I'm also not sure if they can grab us off the Basilo. I do believe the Scyphacnus can grab you off your mount, but I'm not sure if the Basilo has that resistance, like with the Tuso. Or just the jellyfish. Not sure if that also counts for the Scyphacnus. But yeah, there we go. Should be rather safe now. That is the artifact of the Cunning. There we go. Let's hop back on and swim back out. I hope nothing big like a Mosasaurus is blocking the exit. That would be bad. Oh yeah, I can also keep an eye out for some loot crates. They would be right here on the edges, but I don't see any. Yeah, no, I don't see anything. I believe now we need to head left here. And then once we just keep going forward, we should have another right corner. And some Mosas. Oh, that's dangerous. They do a good amount of damage, 160. That one there on the left is stuck, I guess. Some electric eel that don't impress us, thanks to our Basilo's resistance. Yeah, look at that. Moses just trying to catch up. And he is, I believe, he is a bit faster. But we should be able to get out of here. Alright, he's still right behind us. We're now at the exit of the cave. Let's see for how long he actually follows us. He does again. We have, how much health do we have? 34,000, so that's a decent amount. And he's not interested anymore. Okay, well, we'll take it. We're back at the surface here. And I believe the Basilo heals pretty quick at the surface. Yeah, look at that. Health is going up very quickly. Alright, the Caverns of Lost Hope, that's what the cave was called, was successful. Let's go to the next one, the Caverns of Lost Faith. Alright, now we're on the other side of the map, but we're getting hunted by a lot of stuff. And that is the cave entrance. Let me just quickly turn around and deal with those. I would like to show the coordinates of the cave entrance, but I obviously can't if we're getting attacked here. Should be okay though. We have a mate boosted pack of plesios. An eel, a megalodon. Oh, the megalodon's gone. We had a Scyphacnus as well. Is that thing gone as well? Yeah, I believe we ate it already. That's good. Yeah. Cave entrance at 54 lat and 4 longitude. And for this one I have the map on my second monitor as well. I don't know if I mentioned it already, but you can find them on the wiki, ark.wiki.gg. And yeah, they're very handy. Let's see. There can be some drops on the right side here, so I'm just keeping an eye out for that. Now there should be a fork up here. We can go left or right. Yep, okay. And here it doesn't really matter if we go left or right. We'll just stick to the right side because there could be a drop here at the sea floor. But it doesn't look like it. Okay, let's just keep going, I guess. And yeah, I also brought some grappling hooks because we maybe need to get on land if we see a drop. Just maybe. There could be a drop right there on that small piece of land, but there isn't. So let's go back into the water and back around here. And there could be another drop in just a second here on the ocean floor right here. Nothing either. Okay, well maybe the drop points changed as well, you know, from Survival Evolved to Survival Ascended. So yeah, not really sure if the maps are still completely up to date, but they are still useful. So that's good. Then in here, is that a drop up there? I can't see. Oh man. Yeah, I'm not sure. Should we risk it? Let's see. Where is my... There we go. There's the grappling hooks. And that does look like a drop. How do I... it's been so long since I've used the grappling hook. There we go. And please, let's just not have any creatures here. Okay. Seems good. We have a blue drop here. Let's quickly get that. Oh, okay. Some Ascendant stuff. What's that? A blueprint for a stego saddle, I believe. And... oh no, blueprint for an electric prod. And an Ascendant stego saddle. Okay, I'll take it. Not sure if we'll ever tame a stego. And PvE, I don't know. I'd rather use some other creatures to gather berries and wood. But yeah, better that than nothing. Let's continue forwards. There will be another possible drop location on the bottom floor here. But I believe we would see it already. Yeah, it would be like right around there. But there is nothing. So let's take a right here. Oh yeah, there were also explorer nodes that I could have grabbed back there at the first drop site, but yeah, it's okay. We'll grab those at a later time. We have a Syphactinus here, let's quickly deal with that. It's doing some bleed damage, that's obviously not what we want. Level 200 as well, that is insane. Obviously well above max level, you know, because we're in a cave. There we go. Can we also eat that? Maybe get some healing going. There we go. Oh, yeah, I believe I forgot. Yeah, I forgot to put the meat back into our Basilo's inventory. Then let's keep going. On the left here could be some more drops. Oh, there's some bats there as well. I would prefer not having to go off our mount or as little as possible, but I didn't see any drops there. Alright, so this is basically just the artifact chamber. Like this big open space here with lots of air. And yeah, there can be loot drops all around, like on land and also down here in the water. I really like searched for a minute for any loot drops down here, but I couldn't find any. I even had to look like a couple minutes for the artifact. I just couldn't see it with all the, you know, coral and other foliage stuff. Yeah, we got the artifact of the Brute. Perfect. So the Caverns of Lost Faith are therefore also successfully done. And yeah, let's quickly get out of here and bring ourselves to safety, because the levels of the creatures in this cave are actually not to underestimate. But yeah, if we can actually find some jellyfish, like right here, I believe, right? From the light of it, yep. And back there as well, so we can gather... Oh, those are ammonites. But also some jellyfish, there we go. So we can gather some biotoxin, as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, for an acrotame soon. There we go. Alright, let's quickly head out of the cave. Regarding the deep sea loot crates, I checked every possible location around the map multiple times, and the only one I was able to actually get a loot crate was down here in the bottom left of the map. And yeah, what I got was a Tournament Giga Saddle blueprint and an Apprentice Flak Leggings blueprint. So nothing really that special, I guess. I mean, the water caves were a big success, and also the high-level Basilo, of course. But yeah, thank you for being here. I hope you still enjoyed this episode, even though it was a bit of a shorter one. And I hope to see you again in the next one as well. Have a nice day.